Live on all the platforms right now. 1 is live, 2 is live, 3 loading. Come on, 4, 3 and 4, win on 3. Come on, I gotta see 3 before I begin. 3 may be the most important one, if I were the type to play favorites. Of course, I'm not the type to play favorites, but now I gotta reload it. Okay, everything's showing live, so let me pull up the chat box aggregator thing. Let's begin. Simple as that. Getting back in the best of 3, recently played, traditional standard ranked best of 3. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Oh man, this is exciting. I kind of had to force myself to get on today. Sometimes it'd be like that. A bit tired, a bit of a day that just seemed to drag on and on. But we did it and we're here. Play first, of course. 4 lands, 2 creatures. I think I'm going to keep this. A much better start than yesterday, to be sure. And he's not going to be able to glean. Actually, he's going to glean that I'm a human. That's all he's going to glean, though. You can't tell what color I'm. I guess probably humans are mostly white. So he can see a lot. I don't like this. It's not a good sign. I'm running up against these colors. But probably this one. I think this one is the smarter thing to do because we did Caverns of Souls first. And while he's tapped out, I mean, he is playing Dimir. Usually Dimir, I haven't really seen Dimir counter anything. They usually destroy and do -1, -3 abilities. So I probably don't have to be worried about the counters as such. But it is nice I can play this and not have to worry about being countered in the slightest. What could he pot? I guess maybe like a draw. I guess he could damage this. That's probably what he could do. Now I'm thinking that, do I hold up the Shard Mages Spider deck? Ian, you're back. Thank you for coming back. This is my first game of the best of 3 of today's stream. And now I'm instantaneously faced with a choice. Do I scry or do I hold up the Shard Mage? They could have Spell Snare. I wish I knew a Spell Snare. Stranger, you're back as well. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I gotta tell you guys, I really had to force myself into this stream. Today was the type of day that just dragged on and on, but we did it, and we're here, and we're being our best energetic self that we can. He definitely has something, which makes me feel like I maybe should hold up a Shard Mage instead of a Scry. However, I will hold up Shard Mage, and I get something like Nowhere to Run. I'll lose it. Oh my gosh. I'd look up Snail Snare, very relevant to this game. Okay, I'm going to look it up. God dang, this is hard. Okay, I think I'm just going to auto-pay this, just so I can stop thinking about it. And if he wants to kill a token, so be it. I'd rather have the token die than my Spellbook Vendor. I think. But now that I'm thinking about it, that is my only creature. So maybe I should have held up Protection. Well, while I'm waiting, I should look up Spell Snare. Spell. Whenever I want to look up something quickly, my phone lags. Counter target spell. That should have been obvious. Gift a card. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card in front and exile that card. If it was a gift, was promised you cast that card for as long as it remains exiled. Well, that sucks. But at least I still survived, you know what I mean? And I have a double striking ability, so that's exciting. Do I play another one? Just being so... This would take 2. Then I could pay this. Okay. It takes 2 of my mana. You can't counter it, right? This can't be countered, so I'm golden. Then I can pay 1 of the spell books. Pay 1. Put it on the attacker, make it a 3/3. And I'll still have Shard Mage. So I think that was correct. But he's probably going to get... Yeah, he's definitely going to try to get rid of this. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you may Blight 1. Destroy target creature with mana value 2 or less. At least Shard Mage protects me against this matchup for once. That feels good. And I get a Scry. Get rid of that. Sayonara. That is the most me thing I could have drawn in that situation. I'm so glad I scried that away. Jeez Louise. However, this is still a very scary position for me because now I'm tapped out. Board wipe would really screw me. Okay. He's tapped out now, but he hasn't played a land, so he can still do some stupid stuff, which doesn't feel great. And there it goes. But at least there's only a few things in this world that you can count on. Death, taxes, and me drawing planes when it's not optimal to do so. And there's another plane on the top of the deck. Why would it be anywhere else? End turn. However, I got protection now, but he has a whole heap and a lot of mana to really ruin my time now. But he wouldn't do that to me. He seems like a decent fella. He seems like a decent fella. A tap lands, perfect, but 4 is still plenty. What does he have in his graveyard? He doesn't have... Okay, it's one of these decks. He honestly, if he was going to lose this game, he shouldn't have even showed me that, because I honestly had no idea what he was doing. Oh, I forgot he can do my graveyard too. Interesting. Resolve. Pass. Resolve. Pass. My turn. Okay, this is actually starting to piss me the frick off. How many days in a row am I going to get suffering succotash by these goddamn planes? My planes aren't even planes anymore. They're just freaking rivers, the amount of the times I'm being flooded by them. However, I can't complain too much because I have a little bit of protection. That's not a good trade. Why would I do that? Yeah, there's no way to... Nope, can't do it. That really sucks. No attacks. End turn. Now I gotta really hope for a buff spell. But now you have Rest in Peace. I do have Rest in Peace for the sideboard. Now you're making me look forward to the sideboard. The only thing that makes me pause it... Oh, wow. When this creature enters, if it was cast, each player exiles all but the bottom 6 cards of their library face down. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. Interesting. But he's going to be drawing cards faster than I am. So maybe I can win like that. You know what I'm saying? Pass. He's attacking with that. Pass. No blocks. This is an interesting game. I don't like my chances here. Okay, I like my chances a lot more now. A lot more now. Definitely this. Definitely that. The sucky thing about that is that I still can't really attack. Suffering succotash. I don't know why I'm saying that so much today, but it'd be like that sometimes. Decline. No attacks. End turn. Dang. However, I'm gonna have a good time. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the demon made him draw more. So maybe I should have allowed him to have the demon just to make himself deck out before I do. Because let me think about this. I'm going to go to 4. He's going to go to 4, 3. So I'm going to deck out first. That sucks. Dang it. So you're in use it or lose it mood, basically. Yeah, I think you would have needed to draw specifically flight, redraw into shelter. Okay, you spent blue and black. If blue was spent to cast it, return up to one other target non-land permanent. When this creature enters, if black was spent to cast it, target opponent reveals their hand. So now I think I have to do this to give it hexproof while he's tapped out. So nothing really happens besides him having this creature. Oh, the sheltered by ghost. And it doesn't go back to my hand. Okay, now this is definitely a losing position. I feel like I have to take no blocks and hope for another one of those. Voice of Victory is a chump blocker at the very least. Oh, and it's... No, that doesn't really change anything. Put it on this. The vigilance aspect of this is actually quite annoying. I'm really going to be losing to drawing out. That happens to me way too often. Wait a second. Oh, this is back. This is back. I just need a chump block. Wait a second. He has a 6, 5, and 4. I can get rid of the 4, 4. Oh, he has these gifted card abilities. Interesting. So now I'm at 3. He's at 3. But he's going to go to 2 and then 1. So maybe he has a bunch more of his gifted card abilities. So let's see. This is a flyer. So I'm going to be... Oh, I'm on a 2-turn clock. That's not enough. Now the clock is even worse. Oh, he's sneaking this through. That actually makes me madder than a hornet. And he gets to mill me. And it's so like me to have these as my last cards to draw, just to rub salt in the wound that I had no chance after all. But now we sideboard, the most exciting part of the game for me now. I'm surprised he isn't using land. Now he did. Oh, okay, this is definitely going in for sure. When this creature enters, return up to one other target non-land permanent you control this on his hand. Okay, where's the other? There's more than just the exile target. That one's going in. And I think that's it, right? When this creature enters exile target spell, it becomes plotted. Maybe just that's it. Because it's for that reanimator deck, the only chance I really have is to just outpace him, it feels like. So maybe that's all I add. When this creature enters, return up to maybe that one too. I'd put in the interrupter in my opinion. Haven Interrupter. It becomes plotted. Spells your opponent casts from graveyards or from exile. Being able to delay the Doomsday turn could be what you need. Okay, I'm going to sound really stupid right now, Ian. But, how does that delay the Doomsday? Because that's not casting it from exile, that's copying, right? That's all he's trying to do is just mill and copy. However, I'll trust you. I'll add the Aven. Because you definitely know more than I do. I feel like that's all my graveyard effects right there. Maybe this too. I don't know. Okay, I'm at 64 cards. I added 2 creatures. I added 3 creatures. So I think I want to remove these 2. You can plot the Spider-Man that copy it. Oh, I see. I see. I'm at 13 seconds left. Veteran Survivor stays in. Seam Rip goes out. Now I'm at 60 cards. I want to add the Spellbook Vendor back. 60 of 60 cards. Because he has nothing cheap. I should have removed all the seam rips, but I was running out of time. I didn't really know what would happen if I did run out of time without a legal amount of cards in my sideboard. It seems stressful. That's why I did it. Play first. 2 lands. This is a normal ratio. Finally I have a normal ratio. Okay, I just gotta play fast as lightning. The Veteran Survivor is honestly might be better than the Optimus Scavenger right now against this guy. So maybe I use this as a lightning rod. Even though most definitely this is faster. Okay, we'll see what... I think that actually is correct. Because this entire strategy is that those stupid demons in the graveyard. What are you playing? I'm playing mono white enchantments / aggro. And I'm playing against some Dimir Reanimator garbage. That's what I'm playing against. And he's winning the best of 3, 1-0. However, I will say last game was pretty close. 1 damage to the face. It hurts him. It hurts him. I know he doesn't want to take that. What are these things called? I keep seeing this in the last couple of days of playing best of 3. It's more common in best of 3 than anything else. It seems to me. I have protection, so I feel a lot better now than I did last game at any point in time. Actually, I felt pretty good going into like the early part of that game. But we'll see what happens. He's taking a long time to think, which makes me think that reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. I really hate this hand-ripping bullshit. I'm in no mood for this. No mood. You don't know who that guy is? Wow, I stumped Ian. The first time for everything. He seems to me like he would be the type to be in Aether Drift for some reason. Or Edge of Eternities. Now that I'm thinking about it. My turn. Okay, this is a flasher. When this creature enters, choose 1. Ooh, that is... I'm glad he doesn't know I have that card. Very glad indeed. I still have protection. Now he's taking 3 damage. He's at 14. And I already started to yoink stuff from his graveyard. End turn. Just please no board wipes. He didn't... I don't think he board wiped me last game. So maybe he's not doing that. Stock up is scary. I hate stock up. Every time I see stock up, I think to myself, boy, I hate that card. That's what I think. But the good news about stock up is he's using the mana to pay for stock up, which gives me at least 1 more turn of creature survival. And with 1 more turn, that tells me there's a chance. My turn. 2 Shard Mages. I think I keep both and just attack for 5 each turn. Seems pretty decent to me. Seems incredibly decent. Now I already have yoink 2 things, so that's going to be massive very shortly. This is the deck I play, but a different list. Mine doesn't run board wipes at least. Let's hope that he is like you, Ian. I'm really hoping for that. Pass. My turn. Planes. Even more things to work with. Another bunch of damage to his face. All right. Oh, I'm so close. I can taste the tying up of this series. It would feel good to win a best of 3 against Dimir, which is probably my least favorite matchup. Especially someone that uses hand ripping so often. Another use of... I would rather him play that on his turn. The fact that this is an instant is just so annoying to me. Yes, a lot of cards, lots of mana. Destroy all creatures. If evidence was collected... There it is. But he is tapped out. I win. I win. This is a flasher. Screw you, Angry Birds. Oh, he knew it was coming. Okay. I feel like I'm going to think how he's thinking right now. I feel like he's thinking that, dang, I wish I could do more board wipes. And if that's the case, Restoration Magic, remove the Seam Rip, and maybe... kind of want a fourth Veteran Survivor right about now. Maybe remove one Shard Mages, even though Shard Mages was kind of cool right there. It gave me peace of mind. I think you can maybe trim on Sheltered by Ghosts down to 2. That's smart. Yeah, he doesn't play much creatures. So I can remove that. And then that leaves me room for a Demi, which is protection, which is more than... that's more... I want that more than I want Sheltered by Ghosts, which is a sentence that makes sense, but I just didn't think I would ever be saying that because Sheltered by Ghosts is so good. Man, it's so good. I think this is good. No Seam Rips, 1 Sheltered by Ghost. Low-key feel like I should just remove all of them now and replace it with, like, this. Or... no, I think this is pretty good. You want shelters to clean up, I think. Yeah, that's true. But I feel like at that point, I've already lost. Like, if they play a big guy on the turn, you're trying to kill him. Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'll keep that 1. Okay. That's it. I feel good about this. I feel great. I feel like that's the best I've ever sideboarded. Courtesy of Ian, of course. But I had thought of removing the Seam Rips before confirming from the chat. So that's, you know, something. Enduring Innocence can be good here. Son of a gun. Every time I look at Enduring Innocence, I think of that. And then I just don't do it for some reason. I don't know what the mental block is with Enduring Innocence. Probably the mental block there is the fact that it's 3 mana. However, I added this. So maybe I just need to get over that because everything else in my deck is super cheap. All right, he's going to get the jump on me. He's starting first. That makes it a little bit harder. Especially since I'm going to be playing this creature. Maybe I don't play this turn 1. Maybe I play this turn 2. So I can protect it. Because if this dies, I feel like I'll have way less of a chance. It's not necessary, but it's a card advantage and a beater. Very true. He has sleeves that makes me think that he's going to be all like cutesy pew, but he's not. He's demonic. So he needs demon sleeves. He's all over the place. Now I'm thinking about it with this mate of his. My turn. Now I can play this and worry just a tad bit less. I think that's just worth it. End turn. Looks like he's going for it right off the bat. That sucks. But it is now a 3-3. However, if he has more removal in his hand, which he probably does, there goes my best fast card in this situation. He's looking at it, and here it comes. Damn it. Maybe I should have waited until I had some more mana than just what I had. Here comes something with built-in protection, and I have more protection on top of that. So if he really wants to do something to me, I guess it's going to be done. I just have to grit and bear it. However, as far as like black matchups goes, this is probably the one I've enjoyed the most. Probably because it's best of 3, now that I'm thinking about it. Usually I'm more than salty by now. And he's been playing hand rips too. So I really do think this best of 3 format is the format for me, methinks. All right, I'm going to be able to modify my Wonder Weave next turn. It'll be a flyer. It'll be a 3/3 flyer. And now the Ethereal Armor is probably going to be got. Let's see what he picks. Probably the Ethereal Armor, which sucks. It's not the fact that hand ripping exists in Magic the Gathering, but how much hand ripping exists. Like, they're clearly okay with hand rips when they design cards, which makes me think that they're a bunch of absolute morons. Rest in peace. I'm, again, very timely draw. He doesn't know about it. And I have, this is Flash. Interesting. Okay. And he's at 14 already. Maybe I should start feeling more confident than I am right now. But after multiple stock ups, it's hard to feel that way. Great, it's duress. That's exactly how I felt, Mai. There are a bunch of dunderheads who ever designed these stupid cards like that bat and this thing. Also, welcome back, Mai. Best of 3 smooth magic out a lot. Yes, I'm having a great time. It's a card for card and you're not out of creatures, so it's not bad to trade like that. That is true. However, I would have loved to put Ethereal Armor on my Wonder Weave in a moment like that. Pass. My turn. Wait, is it worth it to play this? Is it worth it to play this? Being plotted spells your opponent casts from graveyard front. That's 2 more damage, 4 damage. It's not worth it. Hailson says no. To be honest, we're also just in a format that has higher than average hand interaction. That sucks. That sucks. Good to be back. Oh, wow. Thanks so much. Both of you guys say no. My turn. I'm not going to do it because you said so. What does he have in his graveyard? Nothing. All right. 2 more damage. Just what the doctor ordered. Not fast. It's not fast. However, he hasn't started to mill himself. Which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, he hasn't milled himself at all. So this is a very weird reanimation deck. I can plot his shite, yes. But I was just thinking that maybe since he doesn't really play that much stuff, maybe I could get away with just adding 2 to the clock. You know what I'm saying? That was the way I was thinking about it. They could be holding up a hex still. His entire deck is hand ripping. I take back everything that I said. So now I think he's going to get rid of this. So now do I play it? I'm very interested to see what you guys say about this. Usually this deck is looking to reanimate Deceit or just to discard Doomsday off a couple. Avon right now. Okay. I thought so. I thought that was correct. Oh, it works against the spell? I thought it only worked against creatures. Avon is so much better. No wonder why you guys were telling me to add Avon, and every time I was adding Avon, I was like, okay. But now it makes so much more sense. For some reason, I thought, like, for example, now if I flash an Avon, I thought it would only affect, like, Quantum Riddler. My goodness, Avon is quite the card. No wonder Butterhugger has it in the list. And no wonder everyone seems to be such a fan. And now I feel like quite the donkey. Quite the freaking donkey. Hey, but, you know, we're learning. Probably didn't need to play that. But now he can't cast things on my turn, and I still have protection. So it's not like I'm going to die. My creatures aren't going to die. That's why I played it. That's why I felt comfortable playing it. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Close to being dead next turn. So close to being dead. Maybe I can draw a pump spell. When this creature enters, other creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. What do I want to protect here? You need to drop the rip as well. He can, pushes their spell back a turn basically. He can still cast it, so expect to lose something later on. And it's a flying body too. You need to drop the rip as well. 6, 7, good decision. Don't do it. Doesn't help. Doesn't work. This even goes around indestructible. Resto does nothing. It's a modifier, not damage. Oh, I thought it protects against dying that way. Well, that sucks. Resolve. Good thing I read the chat because I would have just got twice. Gift a card, you stingy piece of crap. If you're going to hand rip me for what, the 5th time this game, at least give me a card. Okay, he really doesn't care about his graveyard, so I kind of misjudged this matchup. My turn. Oof. Oof. Good draw. Freaking good draw. Now I can attack again. Next. Next. Oh, he only has one blocker, so I can do that. Oh, if I have some sort of pumping thing, I could end this game in the blink of an eye. I dropped everything to make sure you didn't do it. Thank you so much for having my back, Ian. Is this not a reanimator deck? I thought it was. But now I'm confused. They might have cited out the reanimator pieces, to be honest. It seems like that may have happened. From the first game, I would have bet a large amount of money that it was a reanimator deck from the cards and the way he was playing the game. I mean, he has that stupid Spider-Man card that everybody hates. Well, at least I think everybody hates it. But I haven't seen it in a while. Resolve. 2 of those stupid things. He's just warping those things out, so I can still attack, right? No, this is not warped out. Damn, that sucks. And I got rid of I only have 1 sheltered by ghost, so how am I going to get this done? I no longer can really attack. All right, BRB, I got to take a shower. Sounds good, Mai. I'll probably be here when you get back anyways, but thanks for hanging out with me if I don't see you back. I think they took out the Spider-Man, yeah, because Rip is so powerful. Rip. I rip? I rip? Or are you saying rest in peace? I don't think I rip here. There's nothing. Yeah, I don't think I rip there. Damn. No attacks. Well, I could definitely still draw it. I have 44 cards. One of those is a sheltered by ghosts. One of those makes me pretty much win the game. Each creature with mana value X or less loses all abilities until end of turn. Destroy those creatures. I might as well just gain the life, right? Because I can't play anything else. He has an answer to this, really? I mean, he's drawn his entire freaking deck. And there it goes. All right, that's the game for me. This being my first matchup, and there is an idiot that everybody hates. Well, at least I think so. I definitely hate him. At least he's copying my cards. I mean, that doesn't really affect anything. Ooh. Flash and flying, that kind of changes things. If I had listened to you, that would have been just the stupid spider guy. 5, 3, 4, 8. Interesting. Okay. 3. I can still pay for Avon, so I might as well. Maybe he'll try to use his mana and stuff. I'm hoping that he taps out here. Oh wait, I can't cast this on his turn, so I have to play it now. That screws me. Son of a beast kit that screws me. Oh, why couldn't I? Wait a second. When this creature enters, exile target spell. Isn't this a spell? Tropic of Neptune. What's up, my friend? Thanks for being here. I'm having a bad time right now. This definitely didn't go my way, but I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you enjoy watching someone learn the game. Told you should have ripped. Yeah, I should have listened to you, Hailson. I should have listened to you. Black Suns would have removed the indestructible anyways. He has enough mana to fill Graveyard Reanimator in one turn, yes. Only on stack. Creatures are only spells when they're on the stack. Oh. Well, the positive thing about this is that the hand ripping tilted me much less than it normally does. The second thing is that I recognized I couldn't play this on his turn, which normally I would have totally spaced that out. So the recognition of these things is starting to like enter the back of my mind. So all in all, we'll take those losses. We'll take those losses. I had a terrible time in that match. Not gonna lie. If that answer makes it so I play against Dimir less, it's worth answering that way. And I got some coinage from my toils. We'll take those. Going right back into it. Only things on the stacks are spells. Once it's on the battlefield, it's no longer a spell. That is great information. You learn something new every day from the looks of his stupid mate. This is about to be Dimir again. I have a feeling this is going to be Dimir. I don't know why. It just has this aura to me. But a good hand. Okay. Good hand. I'm a hand man. And he has a cool mate. Okay. This game's going my way. For sure. All about the positivities here. Okay. It's not a Dimir. Okay. That's very fun. Very fun and exciting. This is called a Moogle, right? Not only am I a fan of Chocobos, but I'm also a fan of Moogles. Bit by bit, you're improving? Yeah, it's a slow process, guys. I appreciate the patience you all have shown with me. On Otter Deck, I love facing Otter Decks for some reason. It's a pretty good matchup, and it's a fun matchup for me. Well, I don't have any protection anyways, so I might as well just start doing the thing, huh? And if I get got, I get got. They seem to be more interested in doing their own thing. That's really why I feel as comfortable doing this as I normally would be. He's starting to look at some things, though, which makes me think that I spoke too soon. But the third land didn't immediately hit the field, so maybe he misses land drop, and that feels good. Love it. If that's what happens this turn, love it. Did he draw a land? He did, but it's a tap land. That's probably why he didn't play it. +1/+1 in addition. I'm just going to keep buffing this thing up because it's flyer, and they usually don't have those. Do I want to play another one of these? Now I have a creature in my hand, so I kind of do. Why not? While I can, you know what I'm saying? The Ethereal Armor will buff this up again. Maybe you'll choose to target my spider. Yeah, that felt decent. And I'm getting rid of one of his lessons. So one less lesson is always good for humanity. No one listens to lessons anyways. I want to make the Elements deck at some point. It seems fun. Especially when you play the Elements deck in Arena and not real life. The only thing that makes it seem less fun is if you're playing in real life and have to like take it out of the sleeve every single time. That's like the only downside that I can find. But other than that, it seems like a hell of a good time. I don't know if lessons or elementals are better. I like playing against lessons more than I like playing against elementals. Elementals have got my goat recently. He plays a lot of burn stuff. So maybe like a demi would be good to like add in. Maybe that would be good to add in. Exiling graveyards is actually pretty relevant again because of the whole lessons thing. Targus Avon is good now. I don't think Avon's the thing that this matchup really needs. I don't think this matchup needs much of anything, to be honest with you, except that little added protection with what I just added. A Demi would be nice. Other target non-line. He does do this. Pay 1. Maybe I do this as well. Isn't that bad, to be honest? Honestly, the problem can be forgetting to flip them back. Yeah, just the whole... I don't know. It seems like a faff. Seems like a faff to me, to be honest. But the thing about it is, I don't know. I'm just neurotic. Taking sleeves out... I mean, taking cards out of sleeves. Like, I'm worried about bending... I don't know. I'm just neurotic about that. Maybe I'll add this. Maybe I'll take out the Sheltered by... Not the Sheltered by Ghost, but the Spellbook Vendors. Maybe that. Huh. I like that. Ava is good against big CMC spells. Maybe some armadillos. Yeah, that's like... Has Ward right off the bat. It's a 1-drop. What would I replace? I could replace a Wonder Weave, but that gives me flying, which his stuff normally doesn't have flying. I think I'm just going to go with this. And if I need to add that for the third game, then that's a possibility. I don't want to give away all my secrets right off the bat. I don't know. The only thing I could think to replace it, the Armadillo... I mean, I want the Veteran Survivor still because it does get rid of lessons, which, like, granted, once it becomes late game, the lessons, like, start piling up like nobody's business. Very good hand. This hand makes me extremely confident. Ward and aggressive? Yeah, I think you're right. Cathar isn't bad for the Monument. Honestly, the problem can be forgetting to flip it back. Okay, I didn't miss anything. Let's go. I'm liking this hand. Voice of Victory really changes things because the biggest thing they like to do to me is play instance on my turn, and the instance coming. You son of a bitch. Very topical there. He started that in. I guarantee he started that in. All right, please don't kill this. He's killing it. Damn, man. Now I'm about to get flooded. That's so easy to call. He might have spell snare. You called it. And I'm calling that I won't see a creature for a very long time because that is what always happens. Banger AF hand. Used to be quite the banger. You played that in a room full of people and they would be all thrashing their heads around and joining a circle and there is not a creature. It's honestly unbelievable how often this happens to me. I can't even be salty, to be honest with you. Just because it's so unlikely. There we go. But he's just going to get rid of this. And that's Flash. So maybe I can, like, trick him. I don't know. Maybe you can, like, play all of his stuff on his turn. Like, tap out. Then I can play Cathar Commando. Sheltered by Ghost, the big thing that he will inevitably play. Please play something big. Please. Okay, that's 2 mana down. Resolve. Makes the rest of the mana cheaper. Pass. If I get spell snared again. There it is. There it is. But now he has 1, 2, 3. He still has so much. Please no. Please no. Please no. Do I get rid of artist talent? I still haven't subbed any into my control deck. Voice is a spell you'd want to play post-combat there. If they had a firebending lesson, they'd kill your vet in response to the voice, but you might be able to get the damage in first if you play the voice post. I would get rid of it. Oh, plus if I do it this way, it gives me ward. So at least he's gonna have to pay his taxes. So I don't feel comfortable or confident, but at least he has to pay. That comes in tapped. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. He's looking at it. But it's not an immediate play, which makes me think that his hand's not that cracked anymore. He's paying for it, and there goes my creature. Oh, I have this though. And it's getting countered. Unbelievable. Actually unbelievable. Do I get rid of it again? Seems like I can't let him cycle through any more cards. Because it seems like he might be running low on answers. So if I draw a creature, especially like Optimus the Scavenger, damn, that card's good. This is frustrating. Extremely freaking frustrating, but the Shard Mages makes me feel like I'm just like one creature away now to really change the tide of the battle. Resolve. Pass. My turn. Well, now he can't counter my humans. So now that actually changes the game a bit, since he's playing slow too. Both plays are fine, but you could have waited until he wasted mana on leveling it. Seam Rip plus armor would have been too big for the demonstration. Resolve. I can't be the only one drawing poorly, but he has so many draw spells. That's also another reason why I think I would have a fun time playing this Lessons deck. Is because I do like drawing cards, and this deck does not have very many ways to do so. There's this, but I hardly ever get the chance to play it. And when I do get to play, it doesn't seem like it doesn't benefit me as much as I wish it did. Come on, creature. Come on. Human. Human. Oh, it's a thing. If I get countered right now, oh my god. Oh my god. This is why people hate blue people. Is he reading it? Does it have to be read? Like, it should be obvious that I'm struggling to get creatures on the board, so a creature is popping his ugly head out. So it seems like an immediate axe. This is killing me. Is he reading this over and over and over again? What could he be possibly doing? Is he just hoping that I quit? There's no way he doesn't feel like he has the upper hand here. There's no way he feels that way. I'm at a loss here. This is crazy. This is crazy to me. He has these two. He's going to be drawing at least 4 every turn. He has seen me get flooded for the past 6 turns. Is he really scared of a 2-1 right now? Maybe he's just AFK. Could have disconnected? Maybe. Yeah, I'll have faith in humanity here. Also, too, he might have just really had to pee. Many options that make him still a decent person. Well, I can make this. Okay, what do I want to do here? If I play Ethereal Armor, then I still have this for protection next turn. So this will be 1, 2, 3. This will be a 4. Maybe they spilled water on their iPad. iPads are very resistant to that. Maybe it dropped on the ground and it split into a million pieces. I'm tempted to do this. Doesn't give anything right now. You can shelter. He has something to play against this, which means I'm going to be using my Shard Mage this turn. Non-creature spells you cast cost 1 less. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. I mean, this is going to be the one I get rid of for sure. Because he's already drawn. And now I still have my Shard Mage. Okay. So not only is he going to have to pay his taxes when he targets it, inevitably, I have Shard Mages for more protection. This might be where the tides of this battle turn in my favor, finally. Resolve. This is like a Grand. Another Grand, but another Sheltered by Ghost for the Grand. Resolve. And he has dug through his entire deck. He should feel proud of himself at that. And instantaneously have a huge hand. Do it, so I don't know. And next turn, you can try to kill. That's true. Ethereal Armor is about to go freaking hard as a mother trucker next turn. Hopefully, he doesn't draw into a non-targeting board wipe. If that happens, I might cry. Live, in front of the viewing audience. Man, this dude loves drawing cards. I felt like I love drawing cards, but this dude, that's all he'd be doing. Nana the Everlasting is his name. Slagstorm deals 3 damage to each creature. He's tapped out. It is time for the Shard Mage. Hallelujah. Hexproof. Please don't have non-targeting removal now. Because he has... Well, I don't think there's any that... Keywords, man. Keywords. What did I miss? Slagstorm deals 3 damage to each creature. It doesn't target. It doesn't target. So I just wasted my Shard Mage. And now we're back to where we were, just worse because he has this stupid card on the field. I should have expected it, and I should have been better. That's all on me. I should have read the chat, but sometimes you got to fall on your own sword to really learn the lesson. But after 2 weeks of playing this game and making the same mistakes, you would think that the lesson would be ingrained in my brain by now. Holy guacamole. Resolve. I just turned into Macho Man Randy Savage with my voice. That's how tilted I was because I missed. It's not even that I misread the card. It's just that my brain didn't freaking process the information. It's all right. I can draw Optimus Scavenger. I can pay with it for, this. And then he can't counter it. I can Shelter by Ghost, Feather of Flight, double Ethereal Armor, flying, 16 damage to the face. I'm going to win this game still. Oh, yeah! Hey, Yubei, is okay if I ping the server on the recent server changes and let them know about the new rules? It common community guidelines. He's got the engine up. I think this one is wrapped up to be fair. Doesn't say target. Yeah, you guys are better than me. I know. Now I know. Well, I knew it. I read the card, but my brain, I just didn't process it. Stormvault. It's a good lesson. Target is a good word to learn. I know the word target. I know the word target. That makes it even worse. Storm Vault, honestly, I don't know what you're saying there. However, if it doesn't break the Discord and you're making the Discord better, go for it. So like me to not draw a creature in a very necessary time. Don't you think at this point you've drawn enough cards, you piece of actual human shite? Yeah, this game's over. But it's just not in my nature to concede. He could deck himself. That has happened to me before. He's at 9. He's at 9. When this aura enters, draw a card. If I put this on his creature, would he draw a card? I don't think it works that way. Because I think I've done that before to draw a card. Now he's at 6. End turn. He could deck himself out. No, it doesn't work? You do? Yeah, I was pretty sure I did because I think I've done that before. He's playing another drawing ability. If he decks himself out, that is what I play the game for. That would be so poetic. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. It's that time of the night where I'm starting to think in my head silently. Not a good viewing. It's not good for the viewing audience when I do that. Maybe more creatures. I mean, Shard Mages is a Shark Mage at that point. He's doing a lot of counters, so I need as many creatures as possible. Innocence gives you value past their removal. Okay, I'm adding Innocence. The first time I've added Innocence, which is exciting. Thanks, just want to let you know or get your blessing before doing something that you might not. I'm not familiar with any of it, so I'm very appreciative that you and Ian and Butterhugger offered to help fancy up the Discord to make it a better place, a more enjoyable place for everyone that's in the Discord. Also, thanks to everyone that joined the Discord. It seems fun. Seems like everybody's hitting up throughout all hours. That's super exciting for me personally. And I've been playing for like 7 years. Don't make me feel better about the situation. I know I was an idiot. I need to relish in the fact that I was an idiot and take my medicine. That's what I need to be doing. Maybe one less Seamret. Because I really want as many creatures as possible. I mean, the whole thing about this entering and exile, that's actually good because of the whole lessons thing. Rip might be useful to put back in. I was also thinking about the rest in peace too. Yeah, I think removing the Shard Mages will help a ton if you get it. I think removing the Shard Mages, even though it's like, it doesn't feel good, it might be what I want to do in this. I'm just going to give information to the server members about the changes, let them know the most common rules. Sounds good to me, man. Sounds good to me. I think this is it. Well, I only had 1 second anyway, so I'm going with it. I feel like every time I had the Shard Mages, it really didn't do anything. However, that being said, I misplayed with the Shard Mages, so maybe that's just why I was thinking that in the moment. But let's go. Great freaking hand. Great freaking hand. So if I lose this, it's because I suck. I have no excuses if I lose this game right now. Boom. I'd rather him kill this, I think. Methinks. Yeah, let's do that. That seems better. Shard Mage protects you from demonstrations, combustion techniques, and firebending lessons. But it's true, I'm just a casual commander player that makes countless mistakes. There it goes. And let's do... I mean, this is going to get got immediatamente. immediately is going to get got. But it's going to be harder for him to get it. So let's see if this survives. If it survives, I'll feel very decent, especially if I draw planes. But I don't draw planes when I need the planes. Thank you for dealing 2 damage to yourself. He's tapped, so get your 2-drop out. Since he can't spell snare. That's a good point. I should be thinking about spell snare. And I drew a planes. Things are looking up for me, boys and girls. Giving this ward, so if he does want to target it, he's going to have to pay it. Buff this up to make it even harder for him to do the burn stuff. All attacks, lots of damage right to his face. Man, Voice of Victory is so good against him. I would have loved to buff him up even more. Maybe I should have given him ward. Oh, I should have given him ward. Now I'm thinking about it. Oh, he's drawing? An Ethereal Armor would go mighty hard right now. And attack lands. Love to see it. Another buff dude. But I'm doing this. While I can, I gotta do it. I gotta play as fast as humanly possible. Continue to buff up my Voice of Victory. Make it as hard as possible to do that. Ward 1. If I get board wiped, I need creatures in my hand. So it doesn't really... Yeah, I'm not doing that. I think that's correct. Lots of damage. He is dead next turn if he doesn't board wipe me. It would be so nice to bounce back so strongly after that absolute heart-wrenching game I just went through. Wow. Well, when it's your time to shine, you really do be shining, you know what I mean? Iro deals 4. Deals 4. He's tapped out to get your 2-drop since he can't spell snare. Kind of feels bad that the last game, like the first 2 was kind of a battle, the third one was just a... Does that mean I sideboarded well? I think that might mean I sideboarded well. I don't know. Not sure. But we take those, that's for damn sure. We definitely be taking those. I think this is probably my last game because it's an 0-4 slash from wouldn't kill it. You had a good fast hand, he had a bad slow hand. That's true. I shouldn't be overhyped on that. But I'm overhyped on it. Can't lie. Cannot lie. I think this is going to be my last match of the evening. Another pretty doggone good hand. Keep 7. Tobias Kamui. Interesting. White and blue. A Merfolk deck. So he's gonna want this. He's gonna want to tap my stuff. I'm gonna do Veteran Survivor. First turn. Next turn, Optimus Scavenger, Seam Rip. If he plays another Merfolk. Merfolk excites me just because I've heard so much about the damn Merfolk peoples. Good game, thank you. Aspect says LOL. Sig. Wonderwine Wisdom. Sig can't be blocked. When this creature enters or transforms into Sig, target creature gains. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, blah, blah, blah. Don't care. He's tapped out. No blocks for me. I want to keep my creatures. Thank you. Drawing a plane there is actually pretty darn good. Let me read this again. When this creature transforms to Sig, banger last match? Thank you so much. They have lots of flash creatures, by the way. So maybe I should play Voice of Victory now instead of the Optimus Scavenger and the Seam Rip. Target creature you control gains protection from each color until your next turn. Do I get rid of this thing? Or this thing? Kill Sig, you say? But yeah, you have pretty good game sense overall. You'll do a lot better. Oh, I took so much goddamn... oh, man, that was so stupid. Yeah, this is definitely going to be my last game. It is that time of the night where I am just absolutely useless. When you have more card and deck knowledge, that's usually what's been costing you games. I feel honestly the same way, even though I don't like to say that. Really, I can kill Sig this way. Man, I just wasted a turn. So if I win this game, it's just going to be... Oh, man, that feels terrible. But I did draw another planes. Okay. Now I can Seam Rip and Voice of Victory. Man, it would have been so much better when he was tapped out last turn. That sucks. I got to get my head in the game. I got to lock in. And there goes the flash and stuff. At least it hits the board, though. This is a 3-2. An ability of artifact, creature, or planeswalker is countered this way. That permanent loses all abilities. Optimism Scavenger, and then I'll pop off next turn. Yeah, let's try that. Let's give that a go. I doubt he's going to trade there. So let's go for that. He's trading? What do I... Yeah, he had to think about that. I would have been shooketh if he traded. I would have been actually petrified if he traded because I would literally be like, what the hell is going to happen now? Did a good single seam Voice of Victory before the Seam Rip. It didn't have trigger target. Cheap viewer stream view. Thank you so much for the cheap viewers. What did I just miss? Oh, you just transformed this. 3-2. I'm at 9. What is this? Protection from... Dang, man. So I can't Seam Rip that, but hopefully that wears off. Until your next turn? Okay. I'm going to Seam Rip. I don't even know. He's going to be able to pay that. Wait, can he pay abilities with this? Can't cast spells. So we'll be able to pay for abilities next turn. At the beginning of your end step, untap, target merfolk you control. Other merfolk you control get +1/+1. 2 Seam Rips. Well, let's get the Seam Rip party started. First off, deal with the Sig. Since this is already a 1-3, I'll give this one some stoutness. And I feel like this one is the more annoying one, so I'm going to target that, especially since it's freaking buff now. Let's make this one harder to kill. Let's then put this on this one. Let's start spreading the love to that one now. Now, this one is going to be something that he really wants to get rid of. 7. They're both 7. Let's, I guess, buff this one up. Maybe I should do that, but... All attackers? No, just these 2 as attackers, and then that's it. Mobilize 2? Oh, I forgot about the Mobilize 2. That's exciting. Of course he had to block. Of course he had to block. Man, if I win this game, I definitely didn't deserve it after timing out myself. Whew. So Tishana's didn't remove anything. True. Seam ripping a Seam Rip. Probably, yep, that's what he's doing. Oh, he's going to get rid of the Voice of Victory. That's smart. I thought he was going to go for the Seam Rip. Seam Rip is a very good card in both of these matchups right now. 3-2. No blocks. He's going to... This can't be blocked, but he can block. No blocks. Okay. Sheltered by Ghost would go pretty hard right about now. Or a Seam Rip, and I drew a Plains. You can always count on me drawing a Plains when I need anything but. But there goes the Sig. Shouldn't smoke, guys. Smoking's bad for you. Tobias Kamui should stop smoking. It's going to be interesting how this He has removal? No, he does not have a removal. Behold the merfolk. But now he has a lot of stuff. But he can't attack with it yet. So maybe do I chump block? Probably don't chump block until I need to. But he's getting chump blockers at a rate way faster than me. Now I got some chump blockers again. But is he going to counter this? It's going through. All right. And the fact that this is first strike is so good. Ethereal armor. And now it's even bigger. And it's hexproof now. I always forget about the hexproof text of Veteran Survivor. There's me missing keywords again. Gotta love that. I'm not blocking it unless I need to. I think that's the correct thing to do. So that's 7 damage. So I need to block. Do I block both of them? No, I'm just going to chump block this one. And that's it. And then I'm going to attack with my Voice of Victory. Hope to draw something like an Ethereal Armor would be nice. So this is 1, 2, 3. Oh, no. This is not good. Oh, this gets untapped. That's not good. Okay, a blocker. A reaching blocker. So he's going to lose one of these. I'll have 2 for follow-up. Okay, I won't die. Oh, he could block this. I will die, but then 2 damage would get through. Then he won't die, though. So I'm not blocking. I'm not attacking with Voice of Victory. That would be silly. However, I'm probably going to have to block with Voice of Victory. Okay, he wants that. Yoink. This is stress. This game wouldn't have been stressful if I didn't time out a turn. But that is karma for timing out a turn. That's probably bad manners. He probably thinks I'm a mean guy. Wow, I didn't think I was going to get that. And I don't know if I need to change anything now. I don't feel like I do. Target artifact or enchantment? No. Creature you control getting hexproof. A demi might be good to replace with like Spellbook Vendor. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I guess I don't change anything. I don't know if that's correct, but I'm going with it. It's definitely an easier decision to make, so I can just get on with the game. I don't play against Merfolk very much, which probably should tell me that maybe it's not a very good deck, and I shouldn't have to be worried about this matchup. GG's, thank you, Ian. Okay, waiting on opponent. He just gives up. Wow. Does that mean he drew a bad hand, or he just didn't want to face my deck again? Well, good game to him. How long have I been streaming? About an hour. You didn't see anything in his really. Yeah, I didn't see much of what he wanted to do. I do know that Merfolk like to flash and tap my stuff. That's why when I had my first theme rip, I was going to target the one that taps my stuff instead of the Sig. But after seeing a Sig in action, it was quite clear that the Sig needed to go. However, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've had a very long day. I'm pretty beat. I am beat. Cannot lie about that. And I think if I continue to play and hang out with y'all, even though I want to, the stream level or like the streaming enjoyment factor from the viewing audience would definitely take a gigantic tumble off a cliff. And who'd want that? So instead of that happening, I think I'm going to have to bid you an early adieu. Voice is the hard counter for that, and you already have it mainboarded. There we go. I made the right decision on my sideboard. You didn't. There we go. That's a great sign. That is a very great sign. However, like I was saying, I must end the stream or else I'll probably regret it. And I don't want that to happen. So, without further ado, I'm going to end the stream right now. I appreciate you guys, as always, for hanging out with me as long as you did. And I will be back tomorrow. Take care. Always good seeing you play. Thank you so much, Ma. You're very kind. Very kind. All right, I'm ending the stream right now. Hope you guys all have a great night.